Hi guys. I mentioned yesterday that I wanted to post a video about commas because the last few lessons we've been doing in English have been about commas. And the lesson that we were doing yesterday is commas in a direct address. The lesson you should be doing today is commas in a compound sentence, and that's things that we've done before. But I really want to talk about direct address because I find this to be a really important comma. So I'm going to switch my phone over. So if you want to, you can follow along in your textbook with me, okay? Okay, so I'm on page 170. So, speaking directly to a person and using that person's name is called a direct address. Commas are used to set off the name of the person spoken to from the rest of the sentence. So you use the comma to separate the name if it is at the beginning or the end of a sentence. And you use two commas to separate the name if it's in the middle. So this is the really important part, and I want you to look at the examples. So Ben, let's build a playhouse. You're talking to Ben, so the comma comes after his name, because that's who you're talking to. Now look at it at the end of the sentence. We'll put it behind the garage, Ben. So in the end of the sentence, the comma is going to come before the word. But when you have it in the middle of the sentence, like this one, do you think, Callie, we can build it in a day? So Callie is the person, and they've got a comma before and after her name. So when it's the beginning of the sentence, the comma is after the name. When it's at the end of the sentence, the comma is before the name. And when it's in the middle, you've got it on both sides. So looking at A, B, and C, which one is correct? I think we can, Ben. I think we can, Ben. Ben, I think we can. So there's actually two that are correct. So B is correct and C is correct. Now, it sounds correct if you look at letter A, but when you're writing it, it's not. You need the comma there to show that you're talking to someone. So let's pretend I was in the classroom and I asked somebody to get up, if I had a helper, to get up and go to the office. You know, if I just said go to the office, well, you have no idea who I'm talking about. So if my helper was, let's see, who's really close to the door? Usually Sophia, you're sitting right there. So if I had Sophia, comma, the comma would go right there, please go get the door. I wouldn't say the comma, I would just have said, Sophia, get the door. But if I was writing it, I would put the comma after her name. So, looking at A, B, and C right here, when it's in the middle of the sentence, which one is correct? Please, Bernie, draw a plan. Now, when you have the person's name in the middle, you need two commas. You need it in the beginning and in the middle. Okay. So why do I think these commas are so important? So what I usually do for my class is I put some examples on the board, and I'm going to show you the importance of a comma in a direct address. So I've got a little whiteboard here. I'm going to flip my phone around because I want you to see it. Look at how important this is. Okay, guys, here are two sentences that I wrote, but they don't have commas. So I have, let's eat Grandma. It's time to shoot, Ben. Now, what you need, you would have a comma here, and you would have a comma here. But without those commas, what are you saying? In this sentence, I'm telling Grandma it's time to eat. Maybe it's dinner time, we're getting ready to go to a restaurant. Let's eat, Grandma. And the minute that is not there, it looks like you want to eat your grandma. Let's eat Grandma. You know, I like telling the class this because everybody gets a good laugh. So I really hope you got a little laugh out loud moment. I really miss that. But that's why the comma is so important. If the comma is not there, it looks like you're trying to eat your grandma. So please, let's eat, comma, Grandma. The same thing with this one. So it's time to shoot, Ben. Now, what I am guessing is you might be playing a basketball game. Maybe you're going hunting or something. I don't know. But without that comma, it looks like you're trying to shoot Ben. I hope you get a laugh at this one too. I hope you're not trying to shoot Ben. I hope you are telling Ben it is time to shoot the ball. So once again, That comma is really important. I hope you got a laugh at that, and I hope you remember it. So when you do your work, I've told a few of you, you can use any color for your commas, but do you see how important that comma is? You completely change the sentence if you don't have that comma. So when you're doing your work, if you're doing your homework, you're doing your classwork, I hope you remember and you get a little laugh about how important that comma is. So when you're talking to a person's name in the beginning, mostly at the end, without that comma, it could have a very different meaning. All right? Remember that when you're doing your work and your homework, guys, okay? And I hope you get a little bit of a laugh for it today. I'll talk to you later. Bye.